Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are doing great and hope you all had a great week this past week. Sorry I haven't been able to upload any videos in the last week or more because I've been extremely busy. But today I just want to go through the four major pairs as usual. I'll be starting this video with um GBPJPY, then move on to GBPUSD, then EURUSD, and conclude with gold. So with GBPJPY, I'll be starting from the weekly time frame as usual. And as you can see from the weekly time frame and from my last analysis video, I was expecting price to break this trend line. Okay, and price eventually did break the trend line and continued all the way to this weekly resistance level, which price has broken and closed above. You can see that price got to the level around here and price failed to break above it, came all the way down. Again, price tested it here, failed to break above it, came down, and now price has finally broken above this level. So what I'm expecting is a continuation of this up move in GBPJPY all the way to either this level here or all the way to this weekly resistance level here around the 163 or 164 level. Okay. But the question now is, when do we enter the trade? So if you're a long-term trader with this trade, you can enter immediately, as I will show you in a smaller time frame. So this is the daily time frame, and as you can see, price has broken this level comfortably and closed above it. Okay. To enter this trade, we need to go to the 4-hourly time frame, and you can enter in two ways. Okay. So you can either enter this trade immediately, all right, and but that just means that your risk to reward ratio will be a bit small and your risk will be much. So your stop loss may probably be around this area here, around the 250 pip area, and your take profit will be around 600 pips or 650 pips thereabouts. Okay. But if you are patient enough to wait for a retest, because as price has broken this level now, and like I always say, you should always wait for a retest. Price could come up here, okay, go back down to retest this level, even come a little bit below it, okay, just to take some people out. All right, maybe people who have entered at this level here, maybe take them out here, or just before they take them out here, shows a bullish reversal pattern all the way to the top there. Okay, so if you're not patient enough to wait for this retest to enter at this good price here, you can enter immediately, but you will have to make sure that your stop loss is all the way down. But if you're patient enough to wait for the retest, then you can enter around this area here, and your stop loss will just be very little, maybe around 150 pips instead of being around 200 or 250 pips, and your take profit would be around 800 pips instead of 600 pips. So it's always good to be patient, just to wait for the retest, because price would always retest areas that it has broken. So, or most of the time would retest areas that it has broken. So I believe there will be some retest here just so that we can get in at a very good price before taking it to the upside. So I will advise that once the market open, if you want to enter a position, enter at a very small lot size, so that even if price goes in the opposite direction, no, it's not blowing your account. And then when price gets here and forms more a bullish reversal, then you can load in more positions to be able to capitalize on the up move. But like we've seen on the weekly time frame, I am expecting price to continue all the way to this area here, since it's broken this weekly resistance level that it hasn't done on 2 attempts. Okay. So that is basically my analysis for GBP JPY. I'm still expecting GBP to continue to the upside, as the yen seems to be very weak at the moment, and pound seems to be quite strong at the moment. So I'm expecting for price to continue all the way to the upside to the 164 level. And I hope you'll be patient enough to capitalize on this particular trade. So my next analysis would be on GBP USD. And with GBP USD, as we can see, again, we'll start from the weekly time frame. And if you remember my analysis from last week, um, when price rejected off this level, I said that I expect price to continue all the way to the top, and that I wouldn't be taking a buy trade until this red line here, which is the daily resistance level, is broken, and that's why I entered my trade. So as you can see, price broke this resistance level here that has been tested several times, broke it, went all the way to this next 4-hourly resistance level, or weekly resistance level, then came down to retest this weekly support level and bounced off it, forming this nice bullish candle. Now, if we go to the daily time frame, we can see that this is the area of resistance that price was, and price broke it and closed above this resistance. And this is where I was able to enter my trade. And I took my trade from this area here when price broke above it, stop loss just below here, and I'm still currently in this trade. I haven't exited it yet, and I'm expecting price to get all the way to this weekly um resistance level at 500 pips. So currently I'm about 60 pips in, or I'm about 80 pips in profit. But I am expecting price to get all the way to this level to give me about 500 pips. So if you're not yet in this trade, you can still capitalize on it. First we'll just need to draw our trend line, okay, just to see where we are at the moment, okay. And you can either draw it here or you can draw it just at this moment, at this point here. I'm deciding to draw this trend line at this point here, just based on the fact that this is the first touch and this is the second touch. This was more or less a false breakout. Price came back down, tested the trend line again before testing this support level, and finally breaking the trend line and this resistance level to the top. So how do you capitalize on this trade? So first of all, price can continue from here all the way to the top, to this level here, okay, or price could form a retest of this level again, just to test this resistance, don't support, and also the trend line before making that up move. Okay, again, just like I said with GBPJPY, if you're not very patient for this trade, you can enter immediately, but make sure that you give a very good space for the stop loss, okay, because there's that possibility that price will come down, and that's you giving like a 200 pip stop loss and aiming for about 450 pips profit. Okay, now if you're patient enough to wait for the retest of this support level and trend line, then you'll be entering at a very good price with a very good risk to reward ratio, and you'll be risking maybe like 100 pips rather than 200 pips, and you'll be gaining about 550 pips rather than 450 pips. So which is a very, very good move. So this one I'm expecting for GBP USD. I'm expecting price to continue to the upside. Like I said, pound is very strong at the moment. And dollar is a bit weak, but not as weak as in the yen pair. That's why GBP JPY will move very fast to the upside. So general bias for GBP USD, GBP JPY is bullish, and these are ways that you can enter into the trades in the upcoming week if you are a swing trader and just hold your trade to the end of the week. So this is my analysis for these pairs. Next, I'll be talking about Euro USD. So for the Euro USD pair, again we'll be looking at from the weekly time frame, and we'll see how price has been reacting. From my last analysis video, I said I wasn't going to trade Euro USD just yet until it breaks above this trend line that I drew last week, but it hasn't broken above the trend line, so we're still waiting. Currently price is just around this support level here, or I've just bounced off this support level. As you can see, price tested, bounced off it here, bounced off several times, broke it once again, and just went through it several times, and went through it here again before finally coming back to test it after a long period of time, and has formed this bullish candle. This is essentially an engulfing candle because the body of this candle has engulfed the body of the other candle. It's not your classical engulfing candle, but you can still classify it as an engulfing candle. So if you go to the daily time frame, we can see that price formed this nice bullish candle here, okay, at this support level and bounced up, and now price is currently at this trend line, okay. So what you can do to capitalize on this trade is, if you go to your 4 hourly time frame, is to wait for a break of the trend line still, because if you don't wait for the break of this trend line, price can easily just bounce off this trend line to the downside. And like I said in my when I was analyzing the GBP USD pair, that USD is quite weak at the moment. I'm expecting for price to break this trend line to the upside. And even if it breaks, because I'm a swing trader, I'm not going to enter immediately. If you're a day trader, you could enter immediately on this break and maybe take your profit here. For me, I'll wait for price to break, get all the way above this resistance level here, this red zone, okay, and retest it before I'll look for my entries to buy this trade around here and take it all the way to the top, okay. And that's me being very conservative because, if price gets to this resistance level here, if you're not careful, price could bounce off this resistance level all the way down, okay, and it could take you out. So you wait for a break of this level and a retest before entering to the upside. Another thing that can happen is if price gets to this resistance level here, and that's if the day traders are able to push the price after the break of the trend line to this resistance level, price could just come all the way down here, okay, back to this trend line and support level to give us an opportunity to enter the position at a very good price to buy all the way to the top here, and you can take partial profit here, wait for price to break this level again to retest it and take price all the way to the top, right? So these are the probabilities, and these are what I'm looking at. If price eventually gets to this level here and doesn't break above it and starts coming to the downside, then I will wait for my buy trade here. Like I said, generally speaking, I am bullish on Euro USD at the moment, and I am only going to be looking for buy opportunities. So my buy opportunities can come when price gets all the way down here, or if price breaks this level and retest it here, then I'll take my buy opportunities. So that's what I'll be looking at. And as this is forex and anything can happen, price can easily just bounce off this trend line as well, and continue all the way to this downside, breaking this support level here, retesting it, and continue all the way to the downside. For me, I think this is less likely to happen, and what's most likely to happen is a buy trade to the upside, and again, that's what I will be looking at in the upcoming week, and to see how price reacts. So this resistance area up here and this support area are key areas that we need to be looking for price reaction and capitalizing on these moves, and this will give us a very good profit margin as well. So if we end up taking from this area, then we should be looking to get about 200 pips on this move, okay, and we're risking about maybe 40 pips or so on that move. And if we end up taking this one on the downside on this support level here, then we'll be making more money by getting about 300 pips on that move, and we'll be risking about 50 pips or 60 pips on that move. Okay, so this is what I'll be looking at in the upcoming week for Euro USD. Now, my final trade this week, or my final pair this week I'll be looking at is gold, and again we'll be looking from the weekly time frame on this particular pair. Okay, So for this pair, as you can see, I have marked certain areas already, and on the weekly time frame. And these areas I've marked, I will just draw this line with using just a normal horizontal line. Is this area over here, and you can see that this area is an area that price has tested several times in the past, and price has either failed to close above or below it. And anytime that happens, price will move in the opposite direction. So currently price has gotten all the way to that level. Didn't close below it last week, so there's a very strong chance that price will continue to the upside from this level. If we go to the daily time frame, okay, and if you watched my last analysis video, you would see that I drew a trend line, and I was expecting price to break the trend line to the upside, which is what happened exactly. Price came up here, broke this trend line, came back to retest the trend line and this support level down here, and price continued all the way to the top, giving us a lot of pips. I was actually expecting price to get to this yellow zone here, this yellow resistance level, but it didn't quite get to that level, but still gave us a good trade in the past week. We were able to capitalize on it, and price gave us about um 400 pips on that particular trade. Now, what I want us to look at now is what has happened currently. Price has, remember we plotted this horizontal line on the weekly time frame, and you can see that price has tested it several times in the past. What has happened every time price gets to that line, and now price is approaching that horizontal line. Okay, if we go to the daily, the 4 hourly time frame where we normally take our entry, you could see that price has approached that line. Now it's for us to be looking for a reaction around that line. Also, if we draw a trend line from here as well, as you can see, so there's a chance that price could just come out to test this line and this trend line here, and then continue to the upside, okay, all the way to this daily resistance level here, or price could break it and continue all the way to the downside to this support level here before either continuing to the top or breaking it to the downside to back to this daily support level before looking for our buy trades to the top. Now, generally, I will be bullish on gold, but the question is where we are going to take our entry from. So, like I said, this horizontal line here is a key area that we have to be looking for a reversal, a bullish reversal pattern. And if that doesn't happen and price breaks and continue to downside, then we should be looking for a bullish reversal pattern and this yellow zone, this yellow support level here. And if that doesn't happen, then we should be looking to take our looking for a bullish reversal pattern around this daily support level. So these are the areas that we'll be looking to take our trades from at the moment. So like I said, generally I am bullish, and I'll just be looking for an opportunity to capitalize on there. And as you can see this as well, when price got to that level, it bounced all the way back. So it's very possible that price will continue and to the top when price gets to this zone here. So that's what I'll be looking out for when the market opens in this coming week to capitalize on this massive up move. And just make sure that every time you trade that you have a very good stop loss, and your risk to reward ratio is also very good, because that's the only way that we can make the market be in our favor. And if we're able to take it from this area here, we can see that we can gain about 650 pips here, and risking a lot with a risk reward ratio of 7.86, which is extremely good. So this is my analysis for this pair for the upcoming week, and I hope you found this video very helpful. If you have, kindly leave a like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And you can also share with all your friends as well. Really appreciate that. And I wish you all the best this coming week, and a very profitable week as well this week. And take care, and I'll see you in the next analysis video. Peace.